What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode or upload of the Super Bimmer Brothers YouTube channel. And today we are bringing you something really special. As you can see behind me, we have this beautiful G80 M3. I love these cars. I don't care what you guys say about the grill, it's beautiful. And I even love the Neue class stuff that's coming out too. Hate me if you want, hate us if you want for it, but I think they're great cars. BMW's pushing forward as always in design and engineering. But anyway, today, back to the M3. Our client here has brought us this beautiful specimen, M3 Competition, fully spec'd out. It's got just about everything. Super beautiful car, and guess what? It's falls short in one crucial area, and it falls short on the exhaust department. So he's brought us a really nice Valvetronic setup and downpipes that he's gonna throw on there, or that we're gonna throw on there for him, and just get this thing to sound like a real M3, right? I mean, it sounds great already, don't get me wrong, but it could sound a little better, and Valvetronic makes really good stuff. So let's pull it in, get it started, get everything pulled off, and see what it sounds like. See what the after sounds like. Alright guys, so Brandon's busy doing the O2 sensors, he's pulling them off. This is about the only thing you really need to do in the engine bay, other than, you know, take the vanity cover off and the strut brace on the top, because they're two pieces, or I guess, yeah, it's two piece. One thing I wanted to know, if you're doing this at home, or even if you're an installer that does a lot of these Valvetronic installs, a lot of the times you'll see ports like this. The ones I just pointed out earlier in the video is probably clipped right before this. This is a really good port on the G80. This is really awesome. Obviously, you don't want to leave these open. You could reuse the stock OEM ports that come with the car, but they're really hard plastic. So if you drill through this, it'll just leave you know, some space open for moisture to get in here, and moisture loves to collect in trunks. So I don't recommend using this. Get some of these off of Amazon, eBay, wherever is available to you. These fit just like stock in the port, but they're way more flexible and they're really durable rubber. So you're able to slit these open, make the hole so that it leaves minimal space open, so the least amount of moisture can get into your trunk. And these things are great because they fit tight. If you get an assortment of different sizes, see? And they fit great, they look OEM, right? You don't really notice them, they don't stick out, and you're able to run your cables through there, and it'll look as clean as possible. Because we have to run the electronic leads to each side, right? And you just want it to look clean and not be noticeable. So that's a quick tip for you. how gorgeous, guys. So nice. We were noting that some of these welds, they look handmade. I mean, they look hand welded. I'm not sure if this is robot welding, but you know, judging by the way it's fabricated, I think this is hand welded, or human welded, I guess. But it looks pretty cool. Human welded. That's awesome. Okay. I'm so sad we didn't film it, but it's off. It's pretty heavy, so if you're doing this at home on your G80 M3 in the driveway for some reason, get your friend to help you, because that wasn't easy. But the hardware is really easy. I'll give you that. Everything's like a 13. But very, very heavy.
Because it's gonna be like, it's gonna be cold, and you're gonna think it's something that's on fire.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I swear I felt it burn my skin.
There we go. It's off. Now we gotta be careful with the O2 sensors. Look at all that room right there. Look at all that room. I can make more room for you.
Watch, I can guarantee you that it's not going to fit. It probably won't.
Oh, you're so close.
I can't see it though.
You got it?
Yeah.
That's it. There you go. See? See, I told you.
Now we gotta put it back in with the socket in there.
Look at that. And if you just paid attention, I just put my hands in there.
Yeah.
I could have got it with the ratchet.
That's what I was trying to do over there. You're like, oh no, back here, fucking have a huge penis.
It's fucking hot.
Hold on to it.
Well, hot boy. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Don't get stuck. There we go.
Nice.
Okay, so
That one goes in first.
this one goes in first, and it's a sob.
Ah! Alright. Alright. Nice. Alright, which one goes first? Long one? This one? Yeah. Just gotta swap the sensors and then we're in business. Here it is, guys. Fully installed as far as the hardware goes. Looks great. Fitment is pretty good. I think, Juan, we gotta rotate this one down a little bit. It's touching the frame rate right here, or the mount.
I knew it was battling somewhere. I was like,
yeah, no, yeah. But everything else is looking good. One of the connectors, gotta pull it through. Look at that, guys. Looks fantastic. I think we mistakenly put on the ones that come with it, our client Barat, the carbon tips, but as always, I mean, it's a great value for these kits. I'm sure it's gonna sound great. We're gonna do a few sound clips before we let it go and do a quick test drive just to make sure nothing's rattling. That seems to be the number one thing with aftermarket exhaust, just rattles here and there. So we wanna make sure we put it to a test, make sure it doesn't do that for Bimmer Invasion, all right? Sick. All right, guys, the electrical is done. Everything is wired through the grommets, sent it all the way through, back to the controller. Make sure this antenna is nice and tight. Connectors are there, and we wired battery voltage straight to the battery. See the negatives right there, and the positives under there. So this part's done.